Well, you look around, you see the world. Welcome to Dolts Podcast. It is Saturday, show number 2. I can't wait to go to sleep. Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's a small thing, but I'm going to correct you. It's actually Sunday now.
Oh.
Here in the East Coast.
Not for me.
It's Sunday and in the East Coast.
Yeah, it's show number 2. Let's get to it. So we touched on this in the previous episode. We talked about these words and phrases that you can no longer use anymore. And I thought it'd be really fun if we went through the words and we discussed why. Because this actually shows why they're actually problematic as well. Let's get into it. Snap into it. Slab tap. Come on in. Nope. Oh, this one. Okay. You can't say
Shut
words.
the music off, bro.
Oh.
How I love it. Listen, you fucking walked out of the room and that's all I heard. It was screaming. I could not even listen to anything on YouTube because I couldn't turn my computer up loud enough to get it over that music.
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
I appreciate you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much for being a cunt.
You can't say words, Daryl, such as blackout days, dates, black.
Wait, let's start over with that. You can't say what?
You can't say blackout days. And I don't know days or dates, black gray days. So you now have to say block days, restricted days, or make no change period, which I don't know. Hey, tomorrow we're going to make no change period day. It's blackout dates is in the technological world are dates where something is inaccessible or denied, such as when operations are shut down for maintenance, when employees or executives are not allowed to trade in the company's share, or when travel awards and other special discounts or promotions are not available. Why it's problematic, Daryl? Use of the words blick for something undesirable, wrong, or bad, and light or white for desirable, right, or good perpetuates concepts that have been used to oppress people of color.
I wish we had the people of color on the show and could ask them how they actually feel about this.
They wouldn't. I don't think he'd have a problem with it all.
Either one of them.
Yeah.
The two fine gentlemen we have on the podcast now. Also, we're going through that we saw what happened to the Cleveland Indians.
Yep.
Saw what happened to the Washington Redskins. And here in Buffalo, there's a school in the country where we're looking to move, who is in an absolute huge battle over their mascot name.
Is it the...
No, it's not. Because there's not in the country.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
running. Hey, go
nothing to
Underground Railroads.
No.
Fight on.
Wait, who's that? Oh, it's Adam. He just wrote me a novel and I'm not reading it. But these nicknames and everything were given to these people, like the school district, the Iroquois. I honestly think, I think they're the Chiefs out there. I think that's what their mascot is. Whatever. Their school is Iroquois, which is an Indian name.
Sure.
Which was created when they decided to build a school out there to honor the Indian
land.
folk
and
the Indians that lived out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave them a nickname. Like, we're going to go with the Chiefs. And they're like, yeah, that's great. Thank you. We appreciate that. That's wonderful. But now in 2023, everybody is completely and utterly butthurt over fucking words.
Yeah.
So there is a huge battle going on right now. And the Indian folk that live out that way are like,
Sure.
we really don't care. We're
good.
it. We're
Yeah.
okay with it.
Yeah.
And people are like, we're too woke. We need to change it for you. They're like, we don't want it changed, but we want it changed. We're going to do it for you. And we're going to go to change.org and we're going to have an online petition, and 1,214 people are going to sign it. And guess what happens with change.org petitions? Not a fucking thing.
No.
Nothing happens. You sign an online petition. Guess what? If you go on and sign an online petition and share that on your Facebook page, you are a cunt. You are a cuck. You're a cunt. You're a fucking Karen.
Well, it comes down to something you talked about as well. Virtue signaling. Like
virtue signaling. That's all you're doing. And nothing's going to change because of it.
All the assholes that have like the I stand with Ukraine thing before they even got into how fucking corrupt the Ukraine is, and how it's basically just the people that are in charge of our country money laundering money from us, the taxpayers, into Ukraine. So Ukraine has to turn around with the $120 billion that we gave them and then buy weapons from us, where the people that are in charge of this company have a stake in those companies. That's all that is. It's money laundering.
It's right in front of your eyes.
There.
Come on, man.
But you put, I stand with Ukraine. That's what you put. Now, Russia's a piece of shit. We all don't like Russia. It's fine.
Yeah, and that's fine. You got the David and Goliath theory, and everybody wants to root for David. We wanted Ukraine to stand up.
UN got kind of uppity.
Yeah,
you
guys can't do this. I'm like,
they started
somebody needs to.
Yeah, so Russia retaliated the way that everyone knew Russia would retaliate, but the people that started Russia or kind of instigated Russia to retaliate shouldn't have done shit. But whatever. Yeah, it's the virtue signaling part of it too. Like, oh well, I'm gonna go sign the thing. I'm gonna go share it, and so all my friends know how great of a person I am. Fuck that. Fuck that.
You know what? Those same people are the ones that saying, I prayed for you. You didn't pray. We know this. You said it because you want it. You want to look good in everybody's eyes. You don't pray. And I know this. I know you don't go to church. I know you don't believe in God. But you're like, I'm praying for you. No, you're not. You're saying that so it looks good on you, and you think everybody thinks you care.
I say
everybody's like these people are like, even my friends are like, hey, somebody's sick in my family, and I need thoughts and I need prayers. Like, I'm sending good vibes because that's what I'm doing. I'm legit hoping good things happen.
Yeah.
But I can't say I'm praying for you because I honestly am not going to pray for you.
Yeah,
I don't believe in God. I don't believe in it.
Well, as I think Jesus said, Daryl,
lit up the other day.
As Jesus said, I believe, and I dare I quote him, we need to pray just to make it today.
Is that Fatboy Slim? Who's
MC Hammer?
Oh yeah,
Reverend MC.
In his song, "Pray."
Yes.
There was a post about Damar Hamlin and something incorporated with God. And I said, just so you know, you need to be thanking the EMTs for saving his life because your God didn't do a fucking thing. People were like, you gotta believe. No, motherfucker. God didn't do anything. Your thoughts and prayers didn't do anything. The EMTs that performed CPR and helped bring this dude back from the dead. I don't know what the fuck happened, but it looked like he died.
He died. Yeah.
And they saved his life. Those people are the ones you need to thank, not your God. Your God didn't do anything because guess what? If he had a heart attack on the field and you guys all just kneeled and prayed to your God, where would he be today?
Sure.
And they have no answer for this. Not a fucking single answer. If you just stopped and the EMTs just kneeled down and slapped their hands together, baby Jesus up there, please bring our man back from the dead, and just 6 pound, 8 ounce little baby Jesus with the Dirty Sanchez mustache and wearing a fucking ripped off sleeve denim vest. If you just kneeled down and prayed, bowed your head and said, I hope, please God, just be careful and just bring him back and make sure nothing happens to him, he would have died.
Yes, for sure.
But you can't tell them that because their God, the fake man up in the sky who does not exist, allegedly saved him. And I said, no, it's the EMTs. And they're like, you can't say that. I'm like, I can't say that. Because once again, if we're going to go back to the last podcast, fuck your feelings. I don't care about your feelings. I don't.
Yeah, I think the other thing to think about too is some people believe that going in and saving somebody is actually actively working against what God is trying to accomplish. So some people believe that reviving somebody is actually against God's wishes. Or if you're too good at science, they go, well, you're just playing God.
Yeah. My favorite part was, God had a different plan.
Sure.
Wait a second. So this imaginary guy that you pray to and you give money to every Sunday, when you throw your hard-earned money into their bucket, that is going to the priest's wine fund at the local bar.
Wine fund or like little boys fund?
Yeah, or whatever. Fucks little boys and whatever. I'm sorry about that, but fuck, I just lost the train. Fuck.
Okay, it's okay. Get it back.
Yeah,
Get it back, Daddy. Get it back.
I lost my train of thought once we started talking about fucking little boys.
That old gag. And then I'm and then they're so fucking hot. That old gag.
That fucking South Park episode just popped back into my head. I'm like, fuck.
You could get rehabilitated. First, we need to introduce you to your buddy. The kid's hanging from the ceiling. It's I we'll probably have to run through some of the shit with Jerry as well. So you can't say blacklist. Why it's problematic? Again, the use of the words black for something undesirable, wrong, or bad, and light or white is desirable for something that perpetuates concepts that have been used to oppress people of color. I only think that honestly
wait. So
yes,
saying whitelisted is okay.
Well, you can't say.
Which I have no idea what does that even mean.
Well, it's the one with the better credit. A whitelist is all the houses with two parents in it.
In a 740 credit score.
Anyway, but I digress. I'm
so mad now. I lost my train of thought on that God point because I was gonna fucking drop the bomb, and you mentioned that.
When you tee something up so good and you have it in your head, and you're meandering down the path to get to this one drop the mic moment, and then I say "fucking kids." And your brain Bidens up the stairs.
The whole part is, even when you said it too, it drew me back to this article I was reading in the newspaper. The Buffalo News had an 18-part news article every day, and it was about a priest back in 1966 that got murdered and how the diocese covered it up.
Yeah.
Like the detectives, everybody went hard in the paint. They zeroed in on a couple priests that had some bad history and past and whatever.
Sure.
And they zeroed in on this other priest, and they were about to go in, and the detectives and the lieutenants and everything were about to go question this guy because they kind of had it pegged. This was the guy.
Speaking of pegs.
And yeah. And the phone call comes. It's done. Look, what do you mean? Close everything.
The package has been delivered.
Put it in a box, and we're done. 2 months. They found this dude floating in Skijaquada River there. Cool. And I can't believe I said that properly.
But if you got a simple bachelor's degree, Daryl, next to that college, next to that street,
I couldn't say that.
Liberal arts and Skijaquada.
And then 2 months after this dude is dead, the call came in, just stop it. And I was intrigued by this. I mean, I don't give a fuck about church and politics, and I don't believe in God, and I think people that do are just fucking weird. And whatever. Hey, you got your own choice. You got your beliefs. I got mine.
I find myself very envious of their faith.
Yeah,
because sometimes it'd be great to have faith.
But this story was intriguing. I was involved every day. I could not wait for the guy to bring the paper in so I could read this article.
Yeah,
and it ended with a thud. But it was just kind of funny how after 2 months it just stopped. So when I was about ready to drop the mic.
Sure.
And you mentioned kid fucking in the priesthood, and I went right back to that story, and my mind went.
You're just running down the hall, and I just do this crink, and the floor opens up, and you fall into a pit with snakes.
And next thing you know, Will Smith's in a black suit, and he has a vibrator and sunglasses, and it's over.
Night night. So if I were to say to you, now we have problem words, which is it makes me irate. The fact that they're calling problem words. Then we have suggested alternatives.
Who comes up with this suggested alternative? Who decides that this is okay to say now?
If I'm going to guess, white women.
Same people that decided that saying blacklisted is bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if I was going to say to you, we cannot say blacklist anymore. We can't say blacklist or black -list. They had to list both terms. What would be the alternative that you would give me? Like, just guess what you might be right. It might be easy. What would be the alternative? What would you call a list of something that you are not going to use anymore?
The bad list.
Close. Denied list.
Well, now that offends me because that means my idea is not good enough. My item is not good enough.
If I were to say to you, Daryl, instead of whitelist, what would be the alternative you use for that? Now we have denied. What's the other one? I need a bell. I need a bell. I need a bell. I need a chime. I need a bell chime. I need a bell. Wapner. Bell.
You can't say that. That is absolutely racist.
Can't say Wapner?
Yeah, wop. Can't say that.
No, you can't say that. No, I'm not saying wop. I'm saying
you
Wapner.
Enunciated it. Yeah, and then you said ner. You can't say that either.
You can't use a hard ER on Wapner. No, it's Wapner.
If you end it with an A, you're fine.
I got to get like a ding bell in case you get it right. Hold on. I'm going to get my thing. So this is, I'm just going to play the sound. Is this a good sound?
Yeah.
Is that a good?
No.
How about?
That's really, that's way loud. Yo, stop. It's way loud. It's obnoxious. And it reminds me of the bell that they ring in church. And that's when the altar boys go in the back room and get the communion. It's a lot quieter. Can you just have people clapping?
Dinner bell? No. I need like a dingy bell.
I don't know what the proper term is.
It'd be called the allow list, my friend. Allow. Oh. Black, deny. White, allow. Okay. Now you can't say black box anymore. So when a plane crashes, Daryl, they say, what's the box that was kind of dark, good at basketball?
The E-box.
Yeah. Now, alternatives for black box. Well, let's see why it's problematic. Because these words are derivatives of racist tropes. Another word I hate, tropes.
I hate that fucking word, dude.
Black for something undesirable, wrong, or bad, and light for white, desirable, right, or good. They perpetuate concepts that have been used to oppress people. It's the same definition over again. So, but a black box on an airplane, dude. Okay, hold on. I can't even read this word. Can you read the screen?
Why do they not just make that thing fucking bright orange?
Sure.
Or green or yellow?
Or color it rainbows and call it the fag box. Where is the
Yeah.
flag box?
And Mr.
So-
Garrison. Just,
Yeah. Hi. Oh, come on, Mr. Hat. Can you even read this word on the screen or no? Is it
I
too
can't
far
see
away?
any of that.
Just
Just read it, dude.
I don't know if I can pronounce obfuscated. OBFUSCATED.
FU is all I needed to hear.
Noise. So instead of black box, you can use closed box, closed system, opaque glass box, frosted glass box, mystery box, been in one of them, unknown origin, or obfuscated. What is
Why are we making it way harder to just call it what it is?
yeah.
But
now,
again, I mean, I mean, you'd sit there and they've had these things on airplanes since the beginning of like legit airplanes.
Well, and I don't know if this is even in terms of aviation, but like that's what you do.
No.
It is the black box, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. That is what it's
So we can't say
from day one. Okay. And also, why hasn't it been bright orange, bright green, bright yellow?
It's probably going to be easier to find in the fuselage.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just turned into fucking Sean Connery.
Flies into the fucking side of a mountain.
It just
when it walks into the corner store to pick up some Marlboros and a couple 40 ounces.
And I says to Mabel,
but why from day one is it not brightly colored? So yes,
that's kind of weird. Dude, oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Everything in this thing records every ounce of flight data, everything.
Sure.
It's basically an indestructible box. Guess what? It's black metal. Okay. Hey, it's the black box.
Black metal.
Cool. It's the black box. I don't think, I bet you right now, if I were to go across the street into the hood, or if I were to stand at the corner store with a microphone and my phone out saying, hey, I would like to ask you a question. Ask.
Yeah.
We're both assholes for that.
Sure.
Ask you a question.
Low hanging fruit.
Hey, does it offend you that the flight recording system on an airplane is called a black box? I could almost with 100% certainty say almost everybody's going to be like, no.
No, because only fat white women write this stuff. So let's get past so white box is
no, it's not it's just call it the control
tighter
box, e-box, data recording box, whatever. Don't give it some obtruse fucking name.
So there's terms for in the developer world where it's called black hat. So there's like, old Westerns. The white hat was the good guy. The black hat was the bad guy. Okay. So that's where this term came from.
Well, now hold on. Like, what about Spy vs. Spy? Who was the good and who was the bad?
They were both bad, which was a great cartoon, by the way.
I know.
I showed that to Max about maybe a month ago, and he was laughing his dick off. Literally, his dick fell off. It was gross.
So what does he identify now? Is he gonna join women's gymnastics or the softball team?
No, we found like a dead beaver tail. Just attached it. So black hat, now it's unethical. So these are alternatives: unethical, malicious, malevolent, malignant.
Wait, malevolent, is that a Disney movie?
Yeah, it's the girl that cut her tits off that used to be hot. Bad, criminal, unethical hacker. Let's go down a little bit further. So there's something called a gray hat hacker, which I believe is kind of like not good nor bad. And the alternative for that is called hacktivist. What the fuck are we doing? Okay, here's what I wanted to get to. What really kind of like wanted me to I wanted to read this part. Grandfather clause, grandfather policy, grandfather right, grandfathered in, or grandfathering. Now, definition, Daryl. Grandfather clause, grandfather policy, or grandfathering is in its provision in which an old rule continues to apply to some existing situations. Okay, why it's problematic? Grandfathering or grandfather clause was used as a way to exempt some people from a change because of conditions that existed before the change. Example, we've been grandfathered some users on an unlimited data plan. Grandfathered clause originated in the American South in the 1890s as a way to defy the 15th Amendment and prevent Black Americans from voting. Now, is that what that really means, or is that what it means?
No.
Like, are we digging here? Because if that's the origin of it,
every one of these people and everybody pushing for this change is virtue signaling. They're just cunts. We tore down how many statues were torn down in the last
ones
3-4
for
years?
limitations.
And who said this? That if we don't learn from history or something, we're deemed to repeat it.
Yeah, those who don't remember the history are condemned to repeat it, or something like that. That was, I think, a black dude.
Yeah. So, and we're headed down that path. That's happening.
Was it not George Washington Carver? Booker T.
Washington? Wait, was he a wrestler?
I think so. Who's a really smart black guy? You know, the one who's that one.
The one guy that was really smart. He happened to be black.
Cousin Brenda. Yeah. So
I was just so
instead it's legacy status, or exempt. So you can't say slave. Totally understand that. You can't say master anymore.
Like in what sense of the word? Somebody can't say, "Hey, get your ass out here and help me rake the leaves." Yes, master.
Yeah, you can't say that for sure. It says it's in context of a relationship. So master / slave. You can't. So there's a hierarchical fucking way of being. You can't hierarchical. Is that a word? Judges?
I think they'll allow it. I'm not sure you enunciated it quite right.
Oh no,
you were pretty
very
close.
Fat tongue. You can't say webmaster anymore.
Why not?
Because it says master.
Oh, yeah.
Now, He-Man, where I beat the shit out of the girl with the thing, it's just called the universe now. You can't say masters. It's just the universe. You can't say first class anymore.
Wait, so how do I book a flight and I don't want to sit with the peasants in coach?
You have to go with either the suggested alternatives are type, object, entity, or value. Makes no sense.
I mean, I like I said, when we go to Vegas, I kind of want to live it up a little bit.
Sure.
I'm not going to take a first class flight to Vegas. I mean, the planes you get on, it ain't much different, to fly across the country. When we went to Aruba on our honeymoon, which we're going back next year, first class was dope on this big fucking plane that we were on. So when we go next year, I am paying the extra $100 or whatever to sit first class.
Go in first class.
Yeah.
The male female connectors on fasteners.
Can't call them that anymore.
You can't say that anymore either. You have to say plug and socket.
What is that?
Bro.
Right now, it is 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, 11:30 Central Standard Time. We have been drinking most of the day, and words are really hard to say.
Plug and socket.
I need a fucking soundboard. Give me control, please. God, fuck. I would have been all over that. That was perfect, though.
Plug and socket. Pin and receptacle. Why is receptacle easier for me to say than socket?
We were just talking about that today at my parents' house about when Aub was little and words she couldn't say.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this conversation just happened like 7 hours ago. We were all laughing about it, and then here you are. You cannot pronounce socket correctly.
You can't say man in the middle. Because
That
use of man is not
clitoris?
inclusive
No,
and
that's
thus
that-
sexist.
Oh, I thought that that alluded to the clitoris, but that was the man in a canoe.
That's the man in the boat.
Yeah, man in a boat.
Instead, you say person in the middle, all hyphenated, machine in the middle, all hyphenated, or monster in the middle. For Lady Gaga.
Because they were born that way.
Here's some other things you can't say. Oh my God, really? Not you burping.
Sorry. Excuse me.
No, the next one's coming. Tribal knowledge. You can't say I have tribal knowledge.
Because that offends the Indian.
Yeah,
right?
Of course.
Our Indian
You have to
brothers.
say institutional knowledge, which everyone hates the institution, but you can say institutional knowledge or organizational knowledge. You can't say brown bags anymore.
Oh, because that offends the Middle East.
Even though you're describing the color of a lunch bag, you have to say lunch and learn or tech talks if we're going to have a brown bag meeting, which means we're going to meet during lunch. Cakewalk.
What is this?
Oh my God, wait. A cakewalk is an easy victory or task. Takes the cake means to win the prize or rank first. Why it's problematic. The cakewalk was a pre-Civil War dance performed by enslaved people. Jesus Christ, everything comes back to enslaved people.
Reparations, bro.
Thank God every side of my fucking family got here in the 1930s. So I carry zero white guilt.
Yeah,
Zero.
I don't. And people that today are screaming about it, I'm like, listen, were you a slave? No. Were your parents slaves? No. Were your grandparents slaves? No. Were your great grandparents slaves? Probably not. It is so far fucking gone. Just whatever.
I
Man.
heard a weird thing. It's gonna be hard for me to even fucking get through it because I'm fucking hammered. But
Probably not, Brenda.
I'm guessing. No, you can't, dude. One of the funniest jokes I've ever heard in my life was from Rich Voss.
Oh God.
He was like, it was right around 9. It was like probably 2002. So like right around the time, right? He's like, yeah, I mean, it's just getting hard to trust anyone. My wife came out of the bathroom with a towel on her head and I hit her in the face with a lamp.
Can't be too careful these days.
Yeah, it's like the best joke of all time. Yeah, so
I thought the best joke about all time was I think it's that British dude always dresses real nice doing comedy, and that was the AIDS joke.
Oh yeah.
About the mosquito nets in Africa.
Mosquitoes, yeah.
Holy,
you know, that dude is he's independently wealthy. His like family has a shitload of money.
God.
And he's like the black sheep of that family. And he's one of the greatest comedians. He's one of the greatest voices of our time. Like he's
stupid funny. That guy.
He's great.
I don't even know who. I don't even know what his name is. I mean, if somebody were saying it, I'd be like, "Yep, that's him."
It is Carr.
David.
Something Carr. No.
Lloyd. Christmas.
No. Lloyd Christmas Carr. Yeah, he got married. No. So this guy was saying. So let's pretend that we didn't set out to be where we are today with rights and social justice and all the other shit. That's actually it's a better time to live now than it's ever been. Right? We can all pretty much agree.
Yeah.
I text you when I'm taking a shit. Like you and I talk when I poo. It's a great time to be alive. We can't be mad at that. And let's say that slavery happened before America was America. Slavery happened from like the 1600s until 1865.
Jimmy Carr.
Maybe a smattering. Yeah. Maybe a smattering after that. It took the rest of the world far longer than the time it took for us to say we are a new country in 1776 and to eradicate slavery in 1865. It took the rest of the world far longer than 100 and let's say 12 years to eradicate slavery. But we're always still considered the people that allowed slavery to be around longer than the rest of the world, because that is kind of the case. Like the rest of the world was like, nah, fuck it, we're out. But for the people to basically inherit a brand new country in 1776,
They did what?
Inherent.
God,
it's getting
I love
hard
this
out here for a pick.
fucking game.
I'm just gonna give you one button. I'm gonna give you a soundboard with one button.
Dude, that's all I need. Please just let me have it.
We inherited.
There's a reason
country.
you don't want me to have any control. You're like, you can't share screens, you can't have soundboards. I'm like, why? Well, because you're a fucking retard and you're gonna abuse every inch of power I give you. You're goddamn right.
Screens, I think, right? Can you? Or can you not?
I think I have that capability.
I think you do.
Right there it is. Yeah. I don't know how to use it though. We the next time we do this podcast, like next weekend, we need to like do this like half hour early and let me test it out.
This is my tongue right now. I'm fucked. I'm fucked.
I was hoping it was going to be the fart noise because that would have been plausible too.
I don't know why it wouldn't come through. Okay, hold on.
He is fucked.
Yeah,
dude. I think your best line earlier was when you fucking biting myself up the stairs.
That was a good one. What I would love is if let's say remember the old. I don't know if you listened to OBN then.
I did
when they were when they were over at XM.
Yep,
they would have a line of the day.
Yes,
and it would be a clipped out audio recording. Like it'd be great to have a line of the month, even
Yeah.
But whatever. I'm not gonna.
I mean, that was back in the day with Norton and Jay Moore.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was the best.
Oh God.
But yeah, so I think it's kind of, we should also not lose sight of the fact that in 1776 we become America.
What year?
And then by 1865, it's eradicated.
Yeah.
Sure. It was kind of fucked up for a little bit. Actually, Irish people were slaves before Africans, but then with malaria, they found out that Africans had predisposition to malaria. I don't like when my brain is smarter than my face. So Africans had a predisposition. Thank you.
You forgot half the fucking word.
They were predisposed to malaria, like through their bloodlines and whatever the fuck it is. So they would die less than whites, and also the whites. Yeah, obviously we know Irish can't handle the fucking sun. So
yeah.
So because Irish people were dying, enslaved Irish or like people that what's it called, like indentured servitude people,
indentured servants.
Yeah, because they were dying left and right over malaria. They just started getting people that were already predisposed to got it malaria, and then they didn't die. So literally, because black people didn't get sick fast enough, that's why slavery was just like, all right, go get them. Little history lesson. You can't say gyp or gyp, obviously, because my people. The word gypsy originated as a term to refer to the Romani or Roma, a nomadic ethnic group who are characterized as thieves and swindlers. My family is all gypsies. Hence, the term gyp or gyp is to refer to the act of stealing. So you could say steal, scam, defraud, or cheat. You can't say lower the bar. Why it's problematic? In fact, in many cases, it's the
Fuck.
What? Okay, why it's problematic? Why you can't say lower the bar? In fact, in many cases, it's the opposite. Companies that have poorly designed hiring practices fail to adequately evaluate highly In fact, in many cases, it's the opposite. Companies that have poorly designed hiring practices fail to adequately
I can't see my phone right now.
evaluate highly qualified, often diverse candidates. Jesus Christ.
I literally fucking cried.
Why can't my tongue work?
Oh, this is fucking phenomenal.
Oh, it's so hard to read and talk. Minority. You can't say, oh my God. Okay. There's a little bit of a thing. If used to comment on a specific group of people and how the group would like to be referred to isn't considered. Was that a fart?
Wasn't me. I gotta have this queued up. Okay.
Jesus
Carry on,
Christ.
sir. I'm not allowed to have a
Those
soundboard. I'm gonna improvise.
It was a straight ripper. If used to comment on a specific group of people and how the group would like to be referred to isn't considered. I don't even understand that sentence.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
There's no punctuation in it.
Of course.
Minority in bold, and then it says, what's one of these? What's these?
Oh my God. My fucking eyes are moist.
Moist. If used to comment on a specific group of people and how the group would like to be referred to isn't considered. So you can't say like, so you can't call every person that's brown a minority. You have to actually call them by their name, by their definition. Native American, African American, people of color. Traditionally underserved community is a term now. That's kind of weird. Historically excluded. All right.
Okay.
I saw this thing on the Super Bowl because Jalen Hurts, I believe, sorry, Jalen Hurts. It's a good one. It sounds like a queef more than a fart.
It's a wet fart sound effect.
Oh,
Fuck, I gotta find.
so Jalen Hurts. Does Jalen Hurts have two black parents?
I imagine he is black.
Okay. Mahomes has a white mom, I believe.
Sure.
Because his dad had money. If you know what I mean. So it is kind of racist to consider this fact. Okay. Oh boy.
Sorry, I was listening to
That is coming through good though. These mics work. So it is kind of fucked up to think this way. They're calling this matchup the first time ever that two black quarterbacks faced off against each other in the Super Bowl tomorrow. But one of them is half white. Now, how racist is it that someone is 50% black and 50% white and they still call him black? That is kind of racist.
And it's funny actually because that it got brought up in like Sports Center and the news posted about, hey, it's two black quarterbacks, and people are just like, we don't fucking care. It's two good quarterbacks are leading their team. We don't care what color they are. I mean, and it's like ESPN is pumping this shit out. It's like you are literally making this racist. You are pushing that agenda. And it's racist. It doesn't. No, we don't care. I mean, so not that we don't care about black people at all.
No,
it's just we don't care that they're both black. We have two good quarterbacks. It's going to be a fucking great Super Bowl.
Should it be the biggest deal of all time?
No.
But what's even kind of more messed up is that because the dude is diluted 50%, and they still call him black.
Yeah.
Like because that's the narrative, but like. it to me it seems overly racist for like literally the company that says everything is racist.
And do you want to know
Say-
the worst thing for the NFL?
to make that the thing?
Worst thing that happened to the NFL? The Rooney Rule.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely
it's
worst thing that ever happened in the NFL.
Yeah.
Stop moving your fucking mouse around. Get a
I'm
mouse pad.
sorry. I gotta read stuff. You can't say. Okay. Yeah. Oh,
Can't say
you can't. You can't say. You can't say ninja. So if I say, Daryl, I'm a ninja of podcasting, I can't say that.
Okay.
These words.
So
Daryl,
is Ninja himself actually getting canceled?
probably, and you can't say guru either. So Mike
Why?
Myers' movie, The Love Guru, is also thrown into the shitter, even though it's terrible. Even though Jessica Alba's in it, she's real hot. So these words are culturally appropriative and thus are problematic. In tech job descriptions, these words can be perceived as more masculine and therefore discourage some groups from applying. These words also don't identify exactly what qualities and qualifications are being sought. So if I say I'm looking for a ninja of Photoshop, for example, that's considered masculine and also culturally appropriative. You can't say, Daryl, you can't say no can do.
Is that like Kathmandu?
It is. It's next to it, east.
Okay.
It's east.
You said that? Okay.
No, but if you go, hey man, can you help me lift this box? I'd be like, no can do, man. I'm sorry.
So why can't we not say that?
Well, what
Whose
might
feelings
seem like a
is this hurt?
folksy abbreviated term of I can't do it is actually an imitation of Chinese. Dude, I know I can't read right now, but this word is Pidgin. What the fuck?
Pigeon.
No, pigeon is Pidgeon.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So spell that word again.
Well, I
No.
think it's
Spell it again. Please.
Pidgin.
Yep.
Pigeon.
Here.
So it's
I'm gonna type that into Google and I'm gonna have it enunciate it for us, and we're gonna listen to it say pigeon.
Okay.
Pidgin.
Yep.
Pigeon.
Ha piggy. Was that it?
Hang on.
Miyagi.
Pigeon.
Miyagi, you fight me, you coward.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Listen.
Pigeon.
Sato.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
Yeah, pigeon.
Just like I said it, right? That's what it is.
Is actually an imitation of Chinese English. The phrase dates from the mid 19th to early 20th centuries, an era when Western attitudes towards the Chinese were markedly racist.
Well, I think it's
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And nobody is thinking about that at all.
You can't say off the reservation.
I
They're taking all of our fun terms.
yeah, I got to pee, but yeah. Because that is, I'm guessing, Indian.
Correct. Native American peoples were restricted to reservations created by U.S. government, and their freedom was severely limited to the terms and treaties they were often forced to sign. The term can feel like a slight because it does not acknowledge the origins of the phrase that was used historically in contempt of Native Americans. I agree. Also, why call it a reservation? Hi, restaurant. I'd like to get a reservation. Who wants to get a reservation after everything the Indians have been that's happened to them? Let's not do that. Let's call it a table. I want a table. But you can't table the conversation because some people don't have tables. You can't say open the component. Oh, you can't say peanut gallery. That's interesting. I like that phrase. So peanut gallery also is originally referred to the balconies of segregated theaters where African Americans had to sit. Peanuts were introduced to America during the slave trade and thus became associated with black people. I never knew that. I thought peanuts were for elephants.
Yeah.
But that's probably why they have elephant cocks. What? Mine.
I say-
I'm going to go start eating peanuts.
Fucking Brenda.
You can't say peanuts anymore, so Charlie Brown obviously is a racist. Yeah, you can't say that. You can't say powwow. That's easy. You can't say red line. Huh.
Is that Indian too?
The word is strongly associated with discriminatory practice. Take two, and on me, and go.
Scene.
Because the word is so strongly associated with discriminatory. My tongue is. I feel like I got stung by bees. And 3, 2. Because the word is so strongly associated. Because the word is so strongly associated with discriminatory practices and policies, it's best to use an alternative word of collaborative editing. Jesus Christ!
Stop trying to change everything, people.
You can't say jerry-rigged. Instead, you got to replace.
Can you say Arnold Schwartz rigged?
No, it's Jerry. You can't say Sherpa. You can't say spirit animal anymore.
Why?
Because referring to something as your spirit animal is cultural appropriation.
What culture does it bother?
Because all white people have no spirits. They're all dead inside.
Okay.
You can't say totem pole. Okay. Oh my God, disabilities and ableism. Oh God, dude. And we're canceled. You can't say blind to the truth, blind eye to, or blind spot. Because some people
it
cannot
offends.
see.
Oh my God.
And you also can't say, I didn't mean to say that, but do you see what I'm saying? You can't say that to a blind person. You can't say crazy or insane. You have to say baffling, confusing, disoriented, disorienting, amazing, incredibly, super difficult, very complicated, wild, irrational, ridiculous, silly, absurd, strange, unnatural, outrageous, out of this world, exciting, infatuated, passionate, enthusiastic, impractical, and senseless. But you can't say crazy or insane. Why? Well, historically, crazy was commonly used to describe someone suffering from mental illness, not mentally sound. But in today's world, oh boy, in today's world, everybody wants to point out how they're fucking crazy.
Yeah.
No, I have ADD, I have ADHD, I have this, I have that.
It's almost like a badge. It's almost like a badge of honor.
Sure.
That they can wear, so somebody will feel bad for them.
Oh, dude, the fucking show that everyone's like getting a boner about, like Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And how every chick is like, I identify with the fucking this crazy
All
fucking cunt.
you men need to be like that guy.
This crazy dumb bitch. And that's the woman's calling card?
Oh no!
What happened to Donna Reed? Where dinner's on the fucking table when I get home. You're vacuuming in your fucking polka dot skirt with your tits all Madonna'd out.
The fucking newspaper's folded up. There's a glass of bourbon and a cigar sitting there waiting for me when I get home.
Yeah.
Everybody identifies with that fucking Yellowstone, and they say that every man needs to be like the one dude in that show.
Rip.
Yes. Every dude needs to be like Rip. And they're like, well, why? And even though his girl goes all batshit crazy, he stands up for her.
Sure.
And I'll tell you one thing. I love my wife. I have been in fights and stop fights and everything with her. If she's wrong and gets slapped in the mouth, I'm not going to say she didn't deserve it.
Sure.
But I'm not going to just let her get away with it. I think her name's Beth. Beth is a cunt.
Yeah.
Let her get punched in the mouth.
It doesn't mean that every woman is allowed to go act like a fucking idiot child.
Bingo.
It doesn't mean
don't get to act like an asshole and not get your fuck. What did Mike Tyson say?
Everyone has a plan until someone gets punched in the face.
Same thing on social media. He kind of said that about social media. Everybody can say whatever you want until you get punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Great. That's what's about. That's what needs to happen.
If
you run your mouth enough, you get fucking punched in the mouth. And guess what?
No, Brenda, he doesn't slap his wife. If she gets in a fight,
I slapped my wife? Fuck no.
no.
Man, I
he's
pinched
not
my
man
wife's
enough to
tit
slap.
yesterday. Yeah. I went to give my wife a little honk in the boob as I walked by her yesterday. And I panicked because I knew once I squeezed her boob,
She was hitting you right in the dick.
I was going to get hit. And I
Yeah.
walked past her and I went honk. And it went, I think I felt my fingers touch. And
Yeah.
I immediately started laughing and I turtled. And
Yeah.
Kristen was laughing and she knew she was going to fucking drill me. I'm like, just don't punch me in the dick. Just hit me as hard as you can. Give me a black eye. I don't care. And I'm like, I'm so fucking sorry. And today she said something. She's like, oh yeah. Is your nipple black and blue? Like mine is. And I'm like, fuck, I deserved all of this. And it was complete accident. I knew right away. Normally I'm just like, and I run away. I mean, this was bad, dude. I felt so horrible.
No, Brenda, he hits her with a Masters of the Universe lunchbox.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it.
Yo.
Call back.
I think it's the other way around. If somebody's gonna
Throws
get
a
beat here.
fried
it's gonna
egg
be me.
sandwich at her with half a Flintstone vitamin in it. Yeah, I don't get. I
These
don't.
people. I just don't get. I don't understand.
The badge of honor now is to. So back in the day, if you said no, I'm being crazy, or I have these like, I think mental health now is kind of like pushed way to the forefront. And I've been in therapy for 7 years.
I
so
need to
like
go.
I get it. I
wanna
enjoy
go.
going to therapy. It's great. But
It's also used as a crutch these days. Too much.
sure,
Too
but,
much.
But you could say somebody that is losing their mind or going. Fuck, I'm trying to find all the words that we can't use.
No,
someone
you can say them, bro. Because if we haven't been canceled for all the shit that I have said in the last
Sure.
2 years, we're not getting canceled for you saying retard. Okay, so
I almost said Dirk.
I didn't quite hear you.
I can't. I got to fart.
Nice. You have to poop.
What?
Too. You have to poop.
There's a hard one around the edges. When someone's going crazy on you, and then she's like, "Sorry, I was being a little," and then she explains herself as this like person that's just like has all these fucking issues. He's like, "I get it," but back in the day, you used to try to hold that in.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day, Beth probably was crazy. Like, there's probably a billion other Beths and a billion other Rips. But the fact that this dude just sits around and lets his wife go fucking batshit crazy on everybody, and he's like, "I just don't got time for your crazy today, man." Like, what the fuck? That is a woman that should be hit.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
you're gonna catch some hands, bro.
in the face, or at least put a phone book up to her and then slap the phone book. That's the way to do it. Allegedly.
No, just let it happen, man.
Gotta use my mouse. Hold on. And okay. You can't say can't say cripples. You can't say dumbed down. It's a negative word often associated negatively with those who cannot speak. Okay.
I want to punch you through the computer just for bringing this up.
You can't say lame. This word is offensive
To cripple people.
even when it's
that can't
used
walk.
in a slang for uncool, because it's using a disability in a negative way to imply the opposite, which could not be lame, to be superior. Okay. If there's lame and if there's a able and they're running in a race or going up the stairs or need to get cereal out of the cabinet, who'd you rather be? Not the lame one.
Yeah. I actually have a problem with the new handicap
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
logo. Before it was just wheelchair straight up and a stick person sitting in it.
Sure.
Now they're in the Olympics and they're speeding. I have never seen anybody in a wheelchair.
Do they have swishy lines behind him?
Yeah, you can see the air moving behind them.
Wow.
I have never
Tesla,
seen
man.
anyone in a wheelchair move fast. And I know you're trying to enable the less bodied, less
Why not put like the
able-bodied
fucking
people.
the little feathers on the the Roman runner.
I quit.
Wow, that wheelchair's got to be fast. It's got shoes on it with feathers. What are you, Mars, man?
Gotta be the shoes. You Mars Blackman? Okay, Spike Lee, cut the shit.
Can't say Blackman.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, are you Mars purple person, man?
Yeah. Are you Mars regular guy? Regular able-bodied person? I've never seen anyone in a wheelchair hunched over just going as fast as they can, unless it's like wheelchair basketball. And those people
Are terrible at basketball.
for one, yes, they are. And
Not everything
secondly,
needs to use a backboard.
yeah. And secondly, they're not driving crazy in their little van.
I'm like,
I
hey,
just-
how do you
don't get
shoot
it.
baskets with your fucking weightlifter gloves on? What's up with people with wheelchairs' hands? Sensitive? I'm sorry.
I'd
I'm
shake
drunk.
your hand, but there's too much brake dust on them.
I'm sorry. You're wearing fucking weightlifter gloves from 1984.
Your gloves have fingers.
You can't say the word, Daryl, see. You can't say see.
Hang
Though-
on. Is this the Ray Charles rule?
I don't know. Though, THOUGH is though, right? And take two. Though these uses of the word see, I keep burping, aren't inherently incorrect or necessarily offensive, content providers, such as us, should avoid using the word see in situations in which a more accurate, non-ableist word would be better. Potentially offensive, non-inclusive example. See the notes at the end of the article. Correction would be refer to the notes at the end of the article. I just don't. Oh, ageism. This is perfect for us. You can't say graybeard anymore.
What about Gray Bush? The grandma's boy. What's up, Gray Bush?
Gray Bush, yeah. It's great. Gender and sexual orientation. You want to go through these?
Yeah, because those are going to be fun, and I'm going to have a few things to say about them and piss people off because I don't.
Okay,
care.
problem words. He, she as an inclusive combined subject pronoun. Also, S.
Did I not in that list of random shit off the top of my head that I
Yes,
sent
you did. Yeah, that's why I want to go.
pronouns are
So-
just stop.
So you
people.
can't do S and then slash he or she, he and she, his and her, or his and her. Okay, why it's problematic? Using the binary pronoun of an obsessive pronoun. Oh, sorry. Fuck. God damn it. Okay. Using the binary pronoun and progressive noun is no longer considered accurate due to greater understanding and acceptance that gender and sexual orientation are not binary or limited to male and female or he, she, and his, her. Potentially offensive, non-exclusive example, applicants for the position should submit his, her resume and cover letter. Correction, applicants for the position should submit their resume and cover letter. I mean, I get the correction, but really? If someone goes, okay, so his or her resume, where do I'm a they apply? And I'd be like, to the fucking garbage. I wouldn't say that because I'm a nice person, but you can't say freshman anymore. Daryl? You have to say first year student. I just finger fucked a first year student in the asshole in line at the bathroom.
That doesn't even sound good.
No,
That sounds like lawsuits.
You can't say housekeeping. It's in reference to office work. This language can feel gendered.
So
It carries a fraught history and it carries a fraught history and connotation of women's traditional domestic role as housekeepers. So I don't
Wait. Just
Yes.
women, not Mexicans?
Yeah.
Mexicans included?
No, they're not.
Yeah.
That's
They
how
only mow lawns, right?
No, that's
They
how they
just
got
landscape.
Magnum. That's how they give the guy Magnum. He's good now. You can't say man. You have to say to man the front desk in that context. You have to say staff or working. Definition: staff or furnished with a person or people, such as in customer service. Why it's problematic? Use of man is not inclusive. That's sexist. Man hours. You can't say man hours anymore.
Why not? Is that
Well, use of man is not inclusive, Daryl, and thus
gender.
sexist. Gender is unnecessary when describing time worked. Manpower, preferred pronouns. Dude, you can't say preferred pronouns anymore. Instead, you have to say personal pronouns. Preferred implies that a person's pronoun is optional. There's no way that they just wrote that and meant it. It is optional. And suggests that the gender identity and expression is a preference, and that respectful pronoun use is therefore optional. Gender identity and expression is more complex than that. And respectful use is neither preferred nor optional.
So angry right now.
That one sucks dicks, dude. No offense to the... Oh, you can't say guys.
You want to know, and here's one of the things too, is like, it was funny actually, because watching last couple of basketball games, I mean, it's great her coach is actually like involved. He's there.
Good night, cousin Brenda.
Good night.
Godspeed.
She's going to spend time with her husband, which means
Mecca the Six.
Yep.
I hope you two persons enjoy cunnilingus on the butts.
He was yelling.
You're not wrong, Amber.
I can't read it.
She says, come on, this is a bunch of bullshit. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Why be wrong? But it's so right to feel right.
But he was yelling. He's like,
yeah,
get your person. I'm like, these are 8th grade girls.
Yeah.
Get your girl. You know, watch your girl. Whatever.
Man up.
Get your person.
Yeah.
So they're already woke at the 8th grade level.
Sucks.
Dude, it's awful.
All right, carry the stick. I gotta pee. You got it. Shut up. Just fucking talk.
I just took a deep breath because I needed to breathe, you twat. Fuck, man. He's fucking terrible. Yeah, so if you've been following along, you obviously know that I hate today's world. I hate virtue signaling. I hate pronouns. And your feelings just don't matter to me because I know you don't care about mine. But at no point in time do you get to sit there and tell me how I need to feel because it makes you feel okay. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. I can lose friends over this, and I honestly don't care about that either. I can lose Facebook friends, which is awesome because I love doing that because I like putting up controversial posts. And before I do, I check my friend counter, and it's at like 672. And then I put it up there. People get mad, and then I'm at like 655. I'm like, yes, these people are fucking snowflakes. And people have come at me and said some shit, and I'm like, you got to do better. To hurt me, you got to go deep. And it's almost going to take you to come after my wife or my kids for me to snap because those guys are off limits. But you can say whatever the fuck you want to about me. I just don't care. I have zero feelings. I'm kind of dead inside, and it's great. I have what is known today, and it's actually a rare condition that I have.
AIDS?
No, it's called thick skin.
Oh.
Not a lot of people these days have that. And to be honest,
to be fair, fair.
I think I don't even know. I think I'm Generation X.
I think you're old enough.
No, I don't. I think
Okay.
can you look that up on one of your
Sure,
screens?
babe.
Because
What
I know
is-
boomers are before me.
Yeah.
And millennials are after me. I think my wife's a millennial, which I hate millennials. And I
Those
hate
are hard.
Generation Z. I hate them too.
Okay. All right. So you are definitely Generation X.
Okay. So we are the end of the line.
We are the clit. The
When
masters of the clit.
Yeah, when we all die, it's over.
65 to 80.
Yes, that was me. 73.
Yeah. Yeah. Just made it.
We just made it. I was right in the fucking middle of that.
No, I just made it.
Oh yeah.
79.
It's just so amazing how soft society is today. And like you just talked about for the last 45 minutes with that list of words that hurt people. Again,
Other people had a list, Daryl.
I understand.
The Nazis.
I understand certain words do hurt. And those are the big ticket items, okay?
Sure.
But a lot of these words and just phrases that people are making such a big deal of that are an absolute nothing burger. Nothing. Like almost 99% of the words you just said that we can't use. Like Phil alluded to that. I mean, I can't believe I guess I didn't see that email.
I can't believe we're agreeing with Phil.
Why? Phil's an easy.
He's such a big dumb loser.
Yeah.
No, I think one thing that I think a lot of more. I say this to my kids all the time. If someone makes you feel bad, you're giving them power by feeling bad. So if there's a system of checks and balances in how you work in your everyday life, every interaction that you have, and all you do is give up power. You're the dog that rolls over on its back and pisses all over itself in every single situation. You're going to lose in every single situation. There's just no way around it.
And Ob had that.
Sorry to be very eloquent.
No, it's fine. Ob has that problem right
curse.
now with her psoriasis.
Mm-hmm.
And she's kind of self-conscious about it, but yet she's out there.
Is psoriasis her black friend? I'm so goddamn funny.
Yes and no.
I don't know how.
I mean, playing basketball and volleyball, she's wearing shorts and tank tops.
Yeah.
And one kid at school apparently took a video, and while she was playing sports, and you could hear people in the background talking about, what's wrong with her legs. Looks like she's got monkeypox and shit like that.
Well, let's go beat the fuck out of this.
And this is what I said. I told her. I mean, I was at poker one night last month, and she sends me a text. She's like, "Daddy, is this gonna get better?" I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna get through this. It's gonna take a while, but we'll get over this. I got friends that have had it just as bad as you have, and we'll get through this." And she got, for the first time, she got really emotional, and she's like, "I've heard people say things before, and it didn't bother me." She goes, "But the fact that this video is going around her school and you can hear kids talking about it." And I said, "Listen, fuck them." Okay.
Yeah. You can either own it.
And that's what I said. You stand up for yourself. And I go, if they keep talking shit, punch them in the fucking throat.
Yeah.
And guess what? When I come to pick you up at school, because you got suspended, I'm going to have a word with your principal. And I tell him exactly how I fucking feel. I'm going to stand up for you, and I'm going to take you home, and you're not in trouble.
Yeah. I say the same thing to my
kids. I said, at some point, you hit your breaking point, and that's fine. I mean, people have said some shit, and, they're like, "Is it contagious?" And she's like, "I have psoriasis. It's a skin condition. You can rub your fucking hand down my leg. You're not going to get it. It's not contagious. It's me."
It's basically the same thing that makes dandruff.
Yeah.
Same thing.
And the worst part about it is she hasn't been able to get the full body laser thing at Children's Hospital, which is almost like going into a tanning booth. Mm-hmm. So they do a light therapy. They have a photo gun, and they zap all our spots. So her legs look like she's just got fucking round red spots all over. And it's fine. It is what it is. And now she's on a new program, but she got self-conscious about it, and I know she's been
As every kid would, you know,
dude.
Yeah,
she's about to be 14. What the fuck? We all know what it was like at that age in school,
dude.
Everybody's a cocksucker. Everyone.
Yeah,
And
I had
told her,
terrible acne, and I hated everyone that didn't, and I was mean to everybody because of it. Like, so I punched up like a motherfucker, and I probably punched down a lot too, and I was a piece of shit.
I mean, and she's a nice kid on earth.
She's the best kid, yeah.
And for her to come, and Krista said she got the same text in a different context that night too. And I told her, I says, listen, it bothers you enough, and they don't stop, and you ask them to stop, and they keep going, punch them right in the fucking mouth. And then like the next day, we're horsing around the living room. She's like, remember that time you taught me how to throw a punch? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, do you know how? I put my hand up. I'm like, throw one. Shoot a punch? I'm like, yep. So the next time somebody fucks with you and you've had enough, right in the throat.
Knock their fucking teeth out. Yeah.
Or a high knee right to the cock. I don't care.
Sure.
I will come pick you up and be very proud of you. So I'm trying to teach my kids not to be snowflakes.
Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of kids are getting raised right now. And I think it's very important to teach your kids to be respectful. And I think that respectful is a very sliding scale, because if so-and-so shows up and wants to be a unicorn today and shits on the carpet, you still got to be able to say that's kind of weird and be okay with that, right?
But, I don't know if you have to be okay with that.
Sure.
You can say, hey, that ain't right.
Sure.
But I'm a unicorn, I can do it. But you're not.
Yeah, no, your name's Bethany.
Yeah.
You fat bitch. No,
Stop
but I also
eating
think
fucking sparkles and shitting them, glitter, and shitting it out and thinking you're special. You're not.
But I think if you go a little bit further and teach your kids to be, I think Jordan Peterson says something like this too. You want to be a dangerous person that knows how to control it versus someone that lives in a dangerous world and is not dangerous. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Yeah.
So
same thing with having a gun.
Yeah.
You'd rather have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. Same thing.
Teach your kids to be a warrior and hope that they always just garden and enjoy their life like that. Yeah. But when shit gets fucking weird and when shit starts to go south, you better make sure that they have a backbone, because you're not going to be there forever. You
can't. It's just too many soft kids in society itself is soft. COVID hurt society.
Kids Aubrey's age, it probably hurt kids terribly. I like what Aubrey went through, probably like going into the formative years, and had to like sit around and not be around people. That fucked a lot of shit up.
I mean, Brandon Brady was only 2 going through.
Yeah, Olivia was in kindergarten.
And he went to daycare, and nothing really fucking changed much for him. But it ruined society. Again, we're going back to the whole Mike Tyson thing about getting punched in the mouth.
Mike what?
Tyson.
Mike Monty Python. Rip.
It just society that's when they went soft. Everything was okay to be weak.
It's okay to be soft. Yeah, like, I'm a very emotional guy, dude. If I see any fucking thing, dude, what's that show with the golden buzzer? Like with Simon Cowell on it. There will be a girl.
American Idol?
No, it's like Americans Got Talent or British Got Talent or whatever the fuck it is. If there is a girl, sneeze. Pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant, pink elephant. On the backwards man, the backwards man. If there's any, my daughter's 9 in 3 days. If I see anybody that reminds me of my daughter, and that girl gets a golden buzzer, I'm taking a lethal shit on the toilet and I'm crying. Or when a soldier comes home,
God, those
crying.
fucking things get me every time.
Crying, dude. So I'm soft as hammered wet shit, and I know this about me. But if there's an argument, I will probably punch your fucking head off.
Yeah.
So you can be both, and I don't go looking for fights, and I don't like to fight. And
That's debatable, man.
getting in
That's
fights
debatable.
makes me a little anxious, you know, as it should.
Debatable.
But I'd rather teach my kids to be a little bit more of a piece of shit when it comes to how shit rolls off your back.
Yeah.
Know how to make fun of yourself. You said that about you earlier.
100%,
I did the same
man.
thing. I learned how to, and every funny person has this, which is why you're very funny. You know how to look at yourself and go, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever. There's no way that they can hurt me because I can hurt myself worse.
Oh, yeah.
And the second you do that, it's better. The second you take yourself way too seriously,
Yep.
and then the second that those people start to fucking discredit what you're taking too seriously, you lose all that shit. You got no grip.
I went from getting made fun of to making fun of myself more than that person made fun of me. Instant hero.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
holy fuck, that dude's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, he does not care about himself. And I started making jokes, and
I mean, that's 90% of my shit.
Person that was like bullying you or making fun of you feels this fucking big.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's like how the turntables have turned, or
how the turntables have turned.
How the turns have tabled, or whatever the fuck he says. But yeah, and that's all it took. And it's like going back to like the Queen of Heaven. We were there drunk one day, and that was like the first day I met Brendan. He was working security.
This cigar guy?
Yes. Yeah.
Love that guy.
Dude, he was bartending last night at Vinny's when we came in after bowling. But
oh, really?
The first day I met him, he was working security at the Queen of Heaven tent. And we are hammered drunk at a table right up by the fence. And Brad was there, and all our friends were there, and he knew Brendan and everything. And he's like, yeah, my buddy's, checking IDs. And I have an audience, and I'm hammered. And I start talking shit. And I get a laugh or two. I'm like, all right, well, you got to ramp it up.
That's all it takes.
So I take it from 3 to 5. And then I got more people laughing. And then, like, more people come over because they're like, it was a comedy show.
Sure.
And I'm drinking and I'm getting more vulgar. And Brendan has zero comeback. He stood there and took it. There was a cop with a gun on his hip laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
And he's looking at me. He's like, dude, he goes, you got him fucking flustered. And Brendan had nothing to say. And Brendan actually told that cop, he was like, I think I want you to go over and just put the cuffs on him. And he's like, I can't. That dude's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
And I owned him the entire night. I had 100 people behind me dying laughing. I never had to leave to get a beer. I had an audience.
Yeah.
And that's just what it took. You just build on that shit.
Yeah.
And then me and Brendan became friends. And I told him, like, dude, I didn't mean any of that shit. I just wanted to fucking bust your balls.
No, I mean,
I didn't even know you.
I can't tell you. I think I could probably count on one hand, and I have 5 fingers because I'm an ableist. I could tell you on one hand how many times I've actually gone out to be mean, like really tried to be mean to somebody. Other than that, I don't believe a goddamn thing I'm saying.
Yeah. I think we both can say we do and say a lot of things for the goof.
Yeah.
Honestly. If it gets a laugh, I mean, I don't.
Dude, half the shit that we said last week when Jerry and Ortez were here.
I mean, come on.
I mean,
we would say that while we're out drinking, but
dude, I was out with our friend Ortez, and I met him on Wednesday. And I went to the bathroom, came back, and for some reason, there was, he brought another guy there, another black dude. I don't know.
Can't say that.
Like, I can say that he was in fact a black dude.
Well, I didn't know if you could say it.
I can say it because I'm like 10% black.
No. I just
From the belly button down.
Offend somebody if you said that word.
No, he was in fact
Because it's color appropriate.
No, you have to say it like this. You have to say it like South African. He's blick.
Blick.
So I go to the bathroom, come back, and there's these white women, and they're talking about to the other dude about how high he can jump. So I'm like late to the conversation,
which is awesome because you have no information and you just
no filter.
Yeah.
So they take a stool and they put it on top of a table, and they go, "Can you jump on top of that stool?" And I go, "That seems a little slavey." And they go, "What?" And the dude goes, "Huh?" And I said, "Seems a little racist for two white women to be telling you to jump on top of a stool." He's like, "Well," he, kind of tries to start explaining things, but I had already caused an avalanche.
Absolute ripple right down
in their world, in the white lady's world, because I called them the single worst thing you can call someone who's obviously not that. Slave master racist. So I just go back to like drinking my beer. Like I'll always try to be funny.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I never mean it in a mean way. Except when I stole the beer from the guy in the wheelchair. Whatever. What are you gonna do? Chase me? But
that was exactly what you said.
As a joke.
I'm like, dude, what? You just stole a beer from the guy in a wheelchair. What's he gonna do? Run me down? Oh my god!
I gave it back.
No, you didn't.
I had like 2 sips.
You did. You drank it all.
I drank the whole beer.
I was there. I watched it.
I was a different person back then.
You're the same person, bro. You ain't changed.
Nah.
Tiger can't change its stripes. Leopard can't change its spots. Whatever.
I think it plays. So
what color is the zebra?
Obama.
I have better things to do with my time. People really do.
That was good. Yeah, so these poor ladies, and I do feel bad. They
I looked my beer up because I know you don't.
They were bitching at me. Like, how dare you? I'm like, one of them goes, "I'm a Republican." I don't even know what that means.
I would have asked for the bar rag and slapped her right across the cunt mouth with that.
I'm like, I am too. Like, I don't know why I try to like backtrack because I obviously don't want to make anyone sad, And,
that's also a lie. Come on, man.
No, I really do. I'm a nice boy. But so they got kicked out of the bar. Because I went pee, came back late, and was like, "Seems a little slavey to me."
So I have you, me, and Ortez in our group chat. I have notifications off. In any group chat I'm in, so I don't.
He's noticeably gone from our group chat.
Well, he's out of town, right? He's family, or
sure,
whatever.
He's not in Zimbabwe. His fucking phone works. I think he's mad at me.
I hope so. So
slavery's
I don't like if you were to text me or Chris were to text me or anybody were to text me, I would get my phone would light up and show a little.
Yeah, I mute our shit too.
And so I mute the group chat because I'll wake up in the morning and there's I have 19 text messages and 17 of them are the group chat. There's a whole bunch of fucking Instagram and Facebook reels and shit that I gotta go through. So I didn't see it. So the other night I'm at work and I'm like, all right, cool. And I hit my phone. I'm like, I got no messages. I never checked. I opened my text. I didn't open my text app at all. And I, played my games and shit like that. And it was like that morning when I got home, I'm taking a shit. I'm like, open my phone. I'm like, oh, there's a message in the group chat. And it's Ortez. He's like, your boy, whatever. He started some racist shit and there was a fight. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And like, this is why I will not come down there to visit. I think it'll end badly. I had to actually read what he wrote because it was funny as fuck.
He's a very funny guy.
Yeah. He worded things he don't have to say much.
No, he's a silent assassin.
Yes.
When it comes to it. I mistakenly thought people were being racist when they were not.
Yeah, 2:05 a.m. Daryl, your boy just got into an argument about racist people and a whole bunch of laughing faces. Like, yeah, that had to be special. He's like, you got into an argument because people were flirting with each other. You were the ultimate cock block. Then he goes, you remember what happened? And you're like, calling every liberal people racist is my new favorite thing. Because you called the Republican girl liberal, and it started shit. White people are silly. When a black guy is sitting down having a drink and two white women take a chair, put it on top of a table, and tell them to jump that high, I think that's a little sleep. I gotta check out. I mean, Ted knows I fuck with him a little bit, ego, but you take it to another level. I have never met that guy. I mean, I have his phone number. We talk in the podcast. We talk to your text, and I'm like, I don't know if I could hang out with him.
Oh, you could. He's the best. Yeah,
I think him and I would be like chill, and you would be the one starting shit.
I don't like. I didn't mean to even start it. It was just like I come back to my friends.
I didn't mean to start it.
I come back to my friends. I sit down, and then all of a sudden, there's a chair on top of a table, and they're like, "Can you jump that high?" And I'm just like, it seemed that I probably shouldn't have said slavey. I think that's where
that might have been where you went wrong.
I was like, but I said this seems a bit slavey, and she's like, "What?"
You could have said, "Hey, it's a little racist." And they're like, "Why?" Well, we all know that black people have an extra muscle. That's why they can jump so high.
So when I said slavey, she said, what? And I was like, well, it's kind of racist for two.
You people.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of racist for two white bitches. Like... It's just tackling me eyeball. Yeah, it was not a good time. But man, I tell you what, I had a beer before the game, went to the game, had a few Busch Lights, maybe 3. Went back to Buckwater, had a couple beers, and I was hungover all day. I don't know what happened. Sometimes just shit hits you different.
It does. In Friday morning,
I got drunk last night. Woke up this morning, made pancakes, did everything on the fucking list I had.
Did you do everything that dog told you to?
Yeah.
That bitch in the kitchen make me some bacon.
Yeah, tell that bitch to make me some bacon.
So Friday morning, I had a Busch Light on the way home. I had a Busch Light here. I ate breakfast, played video games, went to Vinny's. They were like, "Hey,
he took an Uber on the way home." By the way, FBI.
PBR's 3 for $5. I'm like, okay, do that. So Donna buys me the first beer. I got my 3 beers. I have those. I leave. I leave Vinny's at 9:45, home by 10. Talk to Chris for a minute. I go lay down. And all I had to do was I had to get up at like 3:15-ish to get Brady off the bus because he had to go to my parents. So I'm like, all right, so I got like 5.5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I woke up with the fucking worst headache of my life. I had 4 PBRs. And I think it's the fact that it was a heavier beer, and I don't drink those very often.
It'll get you.
But holy fuck, my world was rocked. And then Brady got home. I went to mom and dad's. I grabbed a beer there. I went to the flip side. I had 3 beers. I ate food. We went bowling. Had fucking like 8 beers, 3 shots.
Boy.
We did 2 shots of the doctor.
Ooh, McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Here's what ails you.
There's Slancha.
Me and Brad's wife, we did a shot of apple pucker.
Okay.
Because it was they're $1.25. We bet on the last 3 frames and I beat her, so I won $4. So I'm like, I'm gonna spend your $4 at the bar. $1.25 shots of apple pucker. So bartender, here you go. We went to Vinny's and I drank PBR. And we did shots of Crown Apple.
Well, let me guess. You woke up today.
Not
right as
hungover.
rain.
Not hungover.
Yeah.
Tired.
It's so
tired. Not hungover. Kristen says the same thing. She's like, I'm a little tired. She goes, but I feel okay.
So that's Wednesday. Thursday night, I'm a little on the struggle bus.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But like I suffered through the day, did my work and whatever. And then Tanya goes, well, why don't you make like a margarita or something like that? I'm like, all right. So I make us margaritas, tequila margaritas.
Dude, nice.
And first one, I feel the ship start to steady. Second one, ship's awesome. Third one, I was great. And I woke up with no hangover. But I swear to God, we drank probably a quarter of a bottle of tequila with like a mixer that also has tequila in it. And was fine. Last night,
we went
out,
last
drank
night,
my tits off.
Yeah.
Woke up, fine. I also think that there's something wrong with if taps aren't cleaned out correctly.
100% if you're drinking draft beer. Definitely a thing.
Something got me, man. Sometimes you just get bit by the fucking snake.
You fuck with it enough, it's gonna bite you.
Like tomorrow's gonna be a little hard.
I know, and that's the one thing too. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, all right, Alb's got a volleyball tournament. It starts at 8:30. So Chris has got to leave here early to take Alb to get warmed up and whatever. So that means I have to watch Brady. Normally on Sundays, she lets me sleep till like 9:30 because I'm up all night pretty much drinking, playing video games because my third shift clocks kick in. But tomorrow I have to get up early now because she's leaving with Aubrey. I have to make sure Brady's okay.
Yeah.
So I got to take
Last
him
night
to
I was asleep at 2:30 and was up at 7.
Yeah. So I got to take him to hockey at 10:30. So I leave here before 10, which means Chris is leaving. So I'm going to end up being up at like 7:30, which is like a couple hours from now. And then him and I are going to go and watch the end. We'll be there for her playoff games and then her volleyball tournament. And then it's Super Bowl Sunday. So it's like, by the time I get home in the middle of the afternoon, I'd like to take a nap, but I don't think a nap's going to happen.
You going to work tomorrow?
No, I got the day off.
You took the day off? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I can't take a nap. I'm just going to start drinking heavily.
Sure.
Whatever.
As you're allowed to do.
Because I'm an adult.
I think.
I pay taxes and I've kept 2 children alive a lot longer than they should be.
Dude, I had to pay a business in good standing fee.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My accountant's like, you have to pay this. I was like, how am I not in good standing? I pay all my taxes and I do everything. She's like, no, you just have to go to this website and you have to pay $175. So your business is in good standing.
Is it because you're white and have good credit?
I don't know. Like I think I think Illinois shakes everyone down for that. I mean, Daryl, do they know that I'm 10% black?
I don't think so.
I'm going to start listing myself as black owned. Look at my fucking forehead. No fucking white guy has a hairline like this. This is all black. Like, shit, dude. Shit.
Hang on a second.
Are you peeing or are you shitting?
Vent this place so I don't fucking die. All right.
Since no one's
I had a question for you.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
one
have
time it was
headphones?
an accident, but I came
Yeah.
twice. Finger in the butt. Good.
Okay. Are we in? Can I hear you? Keep talking.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. You're in headphones. All right. Here we go.
Hey,
So,
Daddy.
something I just kind of, I mean, I guess I've been aware of this. So,
You're gay?
no, dude. No.
Oh.
I love pussy. I hate my own dick. So, you walk in the bathroom, right?
Okay.
You take a piss in your toilet. You stand.
Sure.
You're standing right there. You're what, a foot and a half away, peeing, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You think nothing of it, correct?
Okay.
Right?
No.
I need answers out of you. I'm asking you questions. Like, you pee, no problem.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Cowboy. Do you hold your dick with your right hand or your left
Yes.
hand?
My right hand. If I hold my dick with my left hand, it's getting on every wall.
I'm lefty when I pee.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why.
My left hand's retarded.
Yeah, I did see
So I
saw your left hand on an episode of Life Goes On once. It took
Okay,
Courtney to the
Chris.
prom.
Oh, what's
It
up?
was just
Hey, here, guest episode. Please. This is our guest next week, Chris Burke. Anyhow, okay, so you just walk into your bathroom or your house right now. Just
sure,
you
pissing.
take a piss, right?
Yep.
It's all cool.
Yep.
You breathe normally, you act normally, you just piss, shake it, and
Yes.
flush toilet.
It's a
right?
normal piss.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
It is. Hang on a second.
Don't tell the time because
No,
we
I'm
know
not
you're drunk.
telling the time.
Okay.
It's 33 degrees out here.
Okay.
So I stood here, I cracked my door open, and I pissed.
Uh-huh.
What do you think happened?
Well, it's 33 degrees. So I would say that it's not cold enough for the piss to freeze before it hits the ground.
Correct. It's gonna be way colder.
But I think you just breathed in piss steam.
Okay. So
Yeah.
why are you aware of that when it's cold, but not in your own house?
Well, that's a very good question, Daryl.
See, this is what I'm getting at.
Do we just breathe in piss steam all the time?
I think we do, and we don't know it. Because right here, I was doing that. I was leaning back. I'm like, and piss is going everywhere. I just pissed on my stove shovel. I might have got some on my hand. I'll try to avoid it. I was doing calisthenics.
You got piss condensation on your face.
It was on my glasses. Like, I didn't know what to do. I mean, seriously though. It's just,
Okay, wait.
So,
hold on. Let's examine this from a physics standpoint.
It's just like your car.
But hold on. Hot air.
Hang on. You start your car in the summertime, and so the air conditioner kicks on. You walk by the exhaust. You don't see it. You don't think anything about breathing differently as you walk past your car. In the wintertime, you see the exhaust because
hold your breath.
And you hold your breath. Why do we do that? It's the same thing with peeing. Why do we do that? Is it a defense mechanism? I don't get it.
I wonder. Okay, so we know that hot air rises, right?
Correct.
But does the rate of hot air rising depreciate if the hot air isn't as hot? So if you're pissing at 98.6 degrees, let's just say,
Yeah,
right?
just for, okay.
And it is 32 degrees out, does the hot air piss steam rise faster because it's colder out than if it was like in your house 74 degrees?
I think it's there no matter what. You just notice it when it's cold.
Oh man, that's fucked up.
So
We're just
so-
drinking in piss clouds.
So yes, when you take a piss in your bathroom, and
I'm
I
never
mean,
pissing again.
so
I'm never
just
gonna piss
say,
again.
Yeah, obviously we had 100 beers, and you go take a piss, and it's a minute and a half long, and you're just standing there, and your breathing doesn't change. You're breathing through your nose, or however you just breathe. You're standing
Dude,
there,
the
you're
piss I
digging in,
took
breathing.
about 10 minutes ago, I had goosebumps.
How
I was
how
like,
much
I was
did that-
huffing and puffing.
Did you breathe in? For real?
All piss. My lungs are coated in piss right now.
I mean,
I just
this
gave
is
my
probably
lungs a yellow
the
discipline
epiphany
shower.
of the year, I think.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
It's in your head now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with it.
Obviously,
hasn't?
it's happened
Piss in their own mouth before.
obviously, we do this every time we take a piss as men.
Sure. Yeah. There's no going back.
No, but it's just, why is it different? If I pee outside and I'm standing here with my dick outside the door and there's a cloud of steam coming up and it's
Yeah.
right up underneath my nose. I mean, I have no sense of smell, but
Sure.
how is it different than if I go upstairs in my bathroom and take a piss for 2 minutes? And I mean,
Maybe
it's right there.
Maybe the water traps the piss in. That
I
can't
don't
be it.
know. It's not right.
That
That
can't
doesn't
be it.
happen.
That
It's
can't be
there.
it.
It's there. You just don't see it.
Yeah.
In Jesus Christ, Phil.
I just don't know.
Go to bed, Phil.
Like
See, so now think about that.
what do you say? To wear a mask. You got to get the P95. It's
Yeah, yeah, not an N95
no,
because we can't say that anymore.
no, you can't say N anymore.
But I meant to bring that up at one point, but just as I took a leak this last time, I'm like, I gotta talk about this. I can't be the only one that knows this, right?
That is terrible. Like when you're like, let's say camping or something like that. We go camping like a lot on in Thanksgiving, so we used to go to like a bunch of different places. But I was pissing in a KOA camp like urinal, and I could feel the heat
Oh yeah,
coming off the fucking urinal because it was hard piss, and I was like. I did not do that, but it's just it's weird. Yeah, yeah.
But seriously, now it's in the back of your mind. You're gonna think about that.
Yes.
So if we're gonna get done here, you're like, yep, I gotta take a piss before I go upstairs, and you're gonna walk in the bathroom. You're like, fuck, Daryl said you can see it, so it's here.
I'm just
And
gonna
you're
come
gonna
up
be
the
like
middle
this.
guy and just piss right in my butthole, and then pee it out.
You just take a deep breath before you pee. And hold it the entire time.
Dude,
You
if
forget
I were to hold
breathe,
my
and
breath,
you're gonna fall. You're gonna pass out. Fall down.
yeah, I was gonna say, the last piss I took, if I held my breath, I would be dead right now.
Yeah.
Because that was like, it was a pissgasm. It was better than coming by how hard the pee was.
Brady came home this week from school. Like, hey, how's school, bud? He's like, "You're good." And I'm like, we were talking about what he learned and this, that, and everything. He's like, Dad, I took the longest pee today. I was in there forever. I'm like, bro, you can't hold it just that long. I go, just go pee a couple times. He's like, and then he did it again. He's like, man, it took forever.
It's great. I mean, when I was pissing,
got a
when
nice
you were
hall,
talking, okay, I'm peeing and I'm like, okay, it's still coming. It's still coming. It's still coming. And
Yeah.
I'm like, did he just like go to bed? I mean, it felt like I pissed for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's just too much. It's too much.
But
yeah,
that's just it's a weird thing, and you don't think about it until now, and that's all you're going to think about.
Yeah, I don't want to be drinking in piss clouds.
Yeah, but how do you avoid it? I mean, now that you know it's there, right? It's there.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing
I think-
changed between me pissing in my toilet in my 72-degree living room
Sure.
compared to me hanging my dick out the door. Nothing changed,
Well,
right?
but I mean,
Temperature did. That's all. So I pee outside because it's cold. Now I can see it.
but if hot air rises at a certain,
Dude,
I'm not that smart right now. I
If-
can't.
if it's cold, I'm assuming that hot air is going to slow down a little bit because it's cold.
No, I think the hot air would rise faster because of the disparity between the outside temperature and the temperature of your piss.
You think it goes faster if it's colder?
Yes, that's what I do.
So you're
Yeah.
telling me
Because-
on a 30-degree day, if I pee outside, that hot air from my piss is going to come up into my nose faster than if it was a 90-degree day.
Yeah, because hot air is going to raise faster
So it's 90 degrees.
during
It's
the
hot.
Yeah. What does Biden have to say?
Judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental fitness.
That's good.
Judge my physical and mental my physical as well as my mental
good.
fitness.
God damn, he's so stupid.
Yeah. I
Come on.
I don't.
Come on, man.
I can't. I don't think I agree with you that.
Well, I think it's
it's
science,
a constant.
Betty.
I think it's a constant.
It's a constance.
Fuck. You caught me on that. I was hoping I slid down.
It's a
I was like, I
constellation.
got away with it. You're like, what?
Hey, come on. It's a constellation. I grew up in Delaware. Baptist Church.
I
Cagney, Lacey. All two of them.
think it's a constant. I really do.
Well, no. So if heat rises, okay, and if you have
We definitely have to look into this.
if you have an equal heat, right?
Wait, what's equal?
So if it's 98.5 degrees out and your piss is 98.5 degrees coming out, does that piss air raise or does the piss air stay the same? I would say
I think
that
it would
stay the
rise
same.
quicker in warmer temperatures.
no,
There's
there's no rising.
I'm
Heat
this
rises,
is my
Daryl.
opinion, and that's what I'm saying. If it's
Okay.
warm and your piss is warm, I personally think they would rise quicker. If it's cold, it has to hit the cold air.
No, buddy, but
And
your
change.
piss is
The
the
same-
same temperature as
yes.
outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're going light speed and you throw a ball, does the ball float? Does the ball go forward? And can you see the ball going forward? You cannot see the ball going forward because you're throwing faster than the light of the ball. If it's the same temperature out as your piss, I don't believe the temperature of your piss will rise because the temperature of your piss is the same as the outside environment. That's physics, bitch.
I don't think you
Look
really
at that.
understand what physics means, but hey, we need.
No, I don't.
We need a physicist. We need somebody.
I'm right here.
You're not there. We also
right
need to figure out how we can ask this question correctly to Google
Yes.
to get a proper answer out of this.
Okay.
But again, hey,
Hey, Siri.
next time you take a piss, good luck not thinking
Uh-huh.
about this.
If I pee outside in my
Okay. I found this on the
Okay.
web for
Hold
if
on.
I pee.
hold on. Does pee vapor raise
Rise.
faster?
You fucking
Okay.
retard.
God damn it. Hold on.
Way to biden that one up.
Ugh, God, I keep hitting the button. Hey Siri. Does pee vapor raise?
Rise.
Hey Siri,
Say it again. Say it again.
does pee vapor rise as fast as normal temperatures?
And she plays an Ed Sheeran song.
I don't even know what that means. How does that question bring us Ed Sheeran?
Hey, Siri, I have a question to ask you on piss. Siri, please. Ed Sheeran.
Hey, how fast does piss rise? Ed Sheeran it is.
Holy fuck.
Siri.
Uh-huh.
Hey, girl. Hey, Siri.
So what does that mean, Phil?
How fast does pee vapor raise? I'm retorted. Although air is drier in winter, less moisture. Okay.
That doesn't answer the question.
Okay.
Phil.
So does moisture rise?
Okay, all right. So this is making some sense. All right, which is
Okay.
fine. I mean, I'm okay being wrong. I mean, I said my opinion. It just seemed warm air would just rise with warm piss vapor.
Sure. Which should be the name of our new podcast.
Piss vapor. Yo,
You guys-
yo, that's gonna be the name of our golf team.
You need to check out Warm Piss Vapor. What?
What kind of band? What kind of music they play?
Is that like Cannibal Corpse? Yeah. So,
All right. Phil's doing the research here for us.
I said the same fucking thing.
You did, but you didn't because you couldn't enunciate any of that.
No,
And I
piss
just said
vapor
my opinion
raises.
was the opposite. And I didn't know. I'm not a physicist. But I play one on
Wow,
TV.
good
But I
word.
play one on TV.
Great word. I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So, what I'm saying is, if it's cold out, cold air molecules do this. They're going down. Warm air molecules go up. Heavy summer air will keep piss vapor down.
All right. I was just on the whole point of hot air rises. I figured heavy humidity air, everything goes up. Piss vapor would go up faster. That I don't know. I was just throwing shit against the wall.
If it's cold
Hey,
out,
just
means
remember when you take a piss tonight, you're breathing all that piss in.
oh, I'm gonna huff that shit.
I'm never
you're-
pissing inside again.
Yeah, I'll be right back. You're at a restaurant.
Where
I
you
gotta-
going? Piazza.
I gotta go to the alley.
babe. I need the keys to your truck. Why? Just gotta open a door.
I only piss on boxes of kittens. I don't know what it is about me. Yeah, if it's colder out,
Okay.
cold molecules are going down, hot molecules are going up. So when you piss, you get that nice plume, dare I say, of piss vapor.
So the piss vapor still happens in the house.
Which is also the name of our podcast. Piss vapor still happens.
It's just piss vapors.
Piss vapors. Do you guys listen to PV? They're good. They're real good.
Is that
Is
that snake poisonous?
They did this whole bit
No.
on black people for their entire podcast. It was really good. Come to the Sugar Shanty, and I would do it straight.
What was that last word?
It seemed like a very long word. Demonstrate?
Yeah, it's not quite how it came out, but hey.
No, I paused. Demo.
Yeah,
Demonstrate.
pause.
I read demon First, as Demon. Moron. Relative humidity, check. Your barometer.
Fuck you, Tom Jones.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Relative humidity, check your.
Here it comes, please.
The relative humidity.
Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the Two Dolts Podcast
I'm
has
gonna go
been brought
dry.
to you by the Price is Right buzzer.
Relative humidity, check your barometer before you piss outside. Lol. Got it. Yeah, it's been a good one. It's been fun. Next week, hopefully, we have Webster back.
What's next week? Friday?
Oh, Phil, though, we don't like pronouns. I'm sorry, bud.
Yes. Gotta be Friday next week.
You doing Friday?
Saturday, I got dinner with the wifey.
Cool. All right. Well,
yeah.
We'll get out of everyone's hair, and we'll go and ingest some piss vapors, and I'm gonna go sleep on the couch like a gentleman.
I get upstairs and scrape my contacts out. My wife's sleeping on one couch. Mother-in-law's on the other one. I have no idea where my son or all the dogs are. It's gonna be a shit show, and I gotta be up at like a couple hours.
See you, Phil, though. All right. Well,
get some sleep, bro.
Everyone get some sleep. Everybody, I don't even know.
Wang Chung tonight.
Buttons. Oh yeah, good, nice.
Yeah, Wang Chung, maybe.
I think it's about jacking off, isn't it?
I don't know, man. It's subjective.
Because I think when you come, you make kind of like an Asian-y face. You look like the new Magnum. Callbacks.
He's not Asian. He's not Asian.
I'm gonna come.
He's not Irish. He's not dancing in Irish, Jake.
His name is Thomas Magnum, and he's Hispanic. What are we doing?
Thomas Magnum has a small dick. But he banged some hot chick in the shower.
Pirez.
And this is where the show is going off.
I was on TC's Jimmy Fallon. Hey, everybody, I'll just laugh at every scene. Sucks.
So
all right. Stop flopping the fucking rolls with all these fucking people. Magnum is a wet. TC is a blick. Higgins is probably some fucking. What's Higgins now? A chick? I bet.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait. I bet you Higgins is a chick.
Yeah.
Can I check real quick?
I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna watch the show, but I mean, he upgraded that fucking Ferrari though.
New Magnum show. I just want to see the people in it. I do not know anything about this.
I don't either. I just saw a trailer like twice.
I bet you that Higgins is a girl.
David Spade in fucking grown-ups. Come on.
I called it. I fucking called it. I called it.
Oh God! Why do you
dude? I'm telling you, like, why do we
pander to everybody?
It's Juliet Higgins.
Oh,
they fuck now.
Oh yeah, that's the chick, the blonde chick. I didn't know that. I didn't know he fucked Higgins.
That's
Higgins.
Yeah.
I mean, she walked right in and looked right at his dick. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get."
What are we doing?
She's kind of hot.
Why?
I'd bang Higgins. Yeah,
you would bang the fucking dude one.
Well, yeah, a sweet mustache.
I'm
just so tired of pandering to people. I just really am. And you guess what? You know what? You call me a boomer, whatever. I'm on social media. I'm on all the news pages. I'm calling a fucking spade a spade.
I can't say that.
And people,
spades are black.
Fuck, I can't say that either. Whatever.
No.
And people are saying some shit. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. Seriously, grow up, people. Have a backbone.
Next thing you know, I swear to God,
everything.
This is like a really.
God's not real, bro.
Sorry. this is far off, but here's my prediction. They're going to remake Ghostbusters and have it be all chicks. What are we doing? They're going to do that.
They just did Ghostbusters again, but it was with the kids.
No, they already did the chick one.
Did they?
Yeah.
Well,
They're going to take Karate Kid and make it a black kid. What are we doing?
Everybody's got to be included, man.
His name's Daniel LaRusso, but he's black. Where the fuck does this even happen? Are we in make-believe land? Are we making movies?
You just can't omit anybody. Everybody has to be included. Everybody needs a trophy.
No, actually, they're remaking Rocky, but he's actually made of rocks. He can't be Italian
the
anymore.
Thing from Fantastic Four.
Yeah, can't be Italian anymore. He's just Actually, no, The Rock is his dad, so that makes sense. And The Rock is half black, but this kid is full black. But the mom is Asian,
right?
No, his dad was black.
Is it?
Yeah, I hope so.
But does he identify as black? I don't think he does.
No, I think his dad identifies as dead.
Beat.
That's a home run, dude. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, fuck.
Well, if we're around for another week, cool.
Yeah. See you next Friday.
Keep fucking that chicken.
Yeah.
Everyone, we'll see you Friday.
Fuck your feelings.
Friday. Have fun tomorrow at hockey.
Nope.
And cool. All right.
Taking a flask.
Should. All right. I'm gonna go watch I think Entourage.
I wish my computer wasn't shit because I would do some music shit down here because I know my wife's asleep, and even if I wake her up and say, "Hey, let's go to bed," it's still not going to get any of that thing that grown-ups do.
It's called being married.
Yeah.
Make the whoopee, as they call it.
I don't think that's going to happen, especially with your mom.
You can't say sex anymore because that insinuates that people
have sex, have one, and they're not sure which one they are.
All right, we're out of here. We'll see you on Friday.
Yeah.